Hello everyone, welcome to SAT Maths. This is chapter 5 word problems. This is the second part of the chapter and here we'll be solving the questions using the equations. So let's start with this. So the different types of word problem, one of them is cost, profit and the value problem. So the one very basic formula which we can use is total value of anything will be equal to the number of items multiplied by the value per item. For example, we can say like cost of one apple, let's say it's $5. Let's suppose cost of one apple is $5. So total of 7 apples are there. So what is the total value? Total value for the 7 apples will be how much? 5 multiplied by 7, which is $35. In the same way, profit, this is the selling price minus cost price. What happens is, one is the cost price over here. Cost price means when we buy something, at whatever price we buy something. Another one is the selling price, which is called as SP, at which we are selling something. Let's say if you have purchased anything for 100 rupees, right, and you are selling the same article for rupees 120. Since our selling price is more than our cost price, so we will have a profit over here, and profit is given by selling price minus cost price, which is 120 minus 100, which is 20 rupees is the profit. Similarly, if our selling price is less than the cost price, it will be a loss. Similarly, if you want to find the profit percent is given by, like, profit is what percent of the cost price. In general, it says profit is what percent of the cost price, or you can say selling price is how much percent more than the cost price, or percentage increase from cost price to selling price is known as the profit percent. So general formula which we use over here is profit divided by cost price into 100. The profit in this case is 20 divided by 100 times 100, so which is basically 20%. Now what is the basic meaning of the profit percent? Percentage increase from cost price to selling price. And when we are looking for the formula for percentage increase or decrease, it is given by change divided by original multiplied by 100. So like if I'm saying what is the percentage increase from cost price to selling price, so what is the change? 20 rupees is the change with respect to what? Initial value was 100, so 20 divided by 100 multiplied by 100. For example, if I'm saying if the cost price of article is, let's say, 70 rupees and we are selling that article for, let's say, 50 rupees only. So in this case you can see there is a loss, right? So we want to find what is the loss percent. So loss percent is the percentage decrease from cost price to selling price. So what is the change from cost price to selling price? 20 rupees. And with respect to what? With respect to cost price, because this is the initial value. So 20 divided by 70 times 100, which is equal to this is 200 by 7%. That is how we can calculate the loss percentage. So let's have a look on this. Some basic formulas. Distance we have already covered in the previous video, that is the rate times time. And speed, average speed of a particle from going one place to another place, that is the total distance divided by the total time. And this is just the another format of this. Average time will be equal to total distance divided by average speed. So basically one formula you can remember, speed is equal to distance over time, and as required you can manipulate it. T is equal to D over S, or D is equal to S times T. So let's see one question on this. This question says that it is saying Jason and Mary are the two person. Distance to finish line is this. So this is the distance in terms of T. It is given distance up to the finish line, and this is the Mary's distance up to the finish line. So Jason and Mary are running a 200-meter track. The expression in the table shows the distance to the finish line T seconds after they started the race. How many meter will Mary have left to finish the race when Jason is on the finish line? If let's say this is the starting point and this is the finish, and this is representing the distance. This is a 200-meter track completely. Now this minus 80 plus 200 is representing the distance left after T seconds over here. We want to find how many meters will Mary have left to finish when Jason is on the finish line. Jason is already on the finish line. If Jason reached over here it means his distance up to the finish line will be 0. So distance of the Jason up to the finish line will be equal to 0. So T equals to what? 200 over 8, which is equal to 25. So it means in the 25 seconds he finished the race, or when the Jason was at the finish line there were 25 seconds. So in that 25 second, how much distance is left for the Mary to finish the race? So distance for the Mary we can easily figure out from this expression. This is the distance left at the 25 seconds. So you just have to put 25 plus 200. So just calculate this thing, 25 times negative of 7.5. So if we calculate this thing, so 25 times 7.5, that is negative 7.5 actually. So minus 187.5 plus 200 over here, that is 12.5. So 12.5 meters. So Mary will be somewhere over here. So when the Jason is at the finish line, Mary was here. So the distance left for the Mary to finish the race is 12.5 meter. That's what the question is asking. Option C is the correct answer. Look at this question. It says, David used 1/10 of his monthly salary for groceries, 3/18 of his remaining money for his car payment. He also paid twice as much money for rent as for his car payment. If David has 1620 left after paying for grocery, car payment and rent, how much is his monthly salary? So we have to create a equation over here. So you can say, let monthly salary is X dollar. So from this you can make a table like this. From this X, he paid X by 10 on groceries, 3/18 of his remaining. So if X by 10 is on the groceries, so remaining is 1/10 is groceries, so 9/10 is remaining. So 3/18 of his remaining. So 3/18 of this money. 3/18 of this money on his car payment. This is for C. And he also paid twice as much money for rent as for his car payment. And for the rent, how much he paid? Twice as much money of the car payment. So 2 times of 3 by 18 and 9x by 10, right? Twice of this thing. If David has 1620 left, so what is the money left is 1620 after all of them. How much is the monthly salary? So we can say over here, original monthly salary was X. So that X will be equal to, he has paid on the groceries, then he has paid on the car rent, and for car payment, and the rent he has paid will also be counted in this. 2 times 3 by 18 times 9x by 10 and plus 1620 also, because 1620 is left. So this is the equation. Total salary is divided into the grocery, car payment, rent and the money left. So we just have to solve this equation now. So to simplify this thing, manually you should also know. Sometimes manually becomes more easier as compared to the calculator. So you can simplify this thing. This is x over 10 plus this 9 will cancel 18 2 times. So it is 3x over 20. This 9 times 2 18 and 18 will cancel out. This is 3x over 10 plus 1620. So again this is 3x over 20 and this is 3x over 10. So you can make the denominator equal by multiplying this by 2 in the numerator and here also 2 in the denominator. So how much it will become? 2x plus 3x plus 6x. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11x by 20. So we can say x will be equal to 11x by 20 plus 1620. So again you can use the Desmos also to solve this, but you should also know this thing also. And now 20 minus 11, this is 9x over 20, that is equal to 1620. Sometimes manually solving will be faster as compared to the Desmos. So 9 times 180 and x will be equal to 18 times 2, 3600. So the original salary was $3,600 he is having. So we can say it is option D is the correct answer. At the end of the series, I will use the Desmos also to show you like how you can solve these equations quickly on the Desmos after simplifying, because entering this longer equation in the Desmos will take time. You can simplify manually also, and then in the last part you can use the Desmos. Let's see this next question based on the profit and loss. It says Manny bought C candies at a price of 70 cents each. He sold all but K. When it is written he sold all but K, means he is selling all candies except the K candies. So it means if we are having, suppose if I'm saying I bought 100 candies and I am selling all but 10, it means I am only selling 90 candies. He sold all but K candies at a price of this much and made a profit of this. Which of the following expression represents P in terms of C and K? So what is the profit? Profit is selling price minus cost price. So what is the cost price? First of all, he bought C candies at the price of 70 cents. So if you want to find the cost price, 70 cents means $0.7 multiplied by C, that is the cost price. He is selling all but K. So how much is selling? From the C subtract the K, this much is selling at the rate of $1.25, at a price of $1.25. So this is the selling price. So profit will be given by P will be equal to selling price, means 1.25 times C minus K minus 0.7 C. So 1.25 times C minus K minus 0.7 C. Option A is the correct answer. Simple one. Look at this next. It says, in a school election, 680 students voted for one of the two candidates for president. If the winner received 120 more votes than the loser, how many votes did the winner receive? So we can say total of 680 students are there. They have voted, all the 680 have voted for one of the two candidates. So let's say winner got X votes. So loser will got how much? Remaining votes, 680 minus X. And it is written, if the winner received 120 more votes than the loser, it means the difference between both of them is of 120. So difference between both of them is of how much? 120. So we just have to solve this equation. So here if you simplify this thing, this will become plus X equals to 120, and X plus X will be 2X. 680 on the right hand side will go 680, then it will be 780 and 800. So X will be equal to 400. So winner got 400 votes. So the faster you are solving the question, this can also be solved in the Desmos, but if you enter this value, it will take time. Instead, if you solve it manually, if your calculation are a little bit faster, you can easily solve this in less time than the calculator in some questions. So I hope you have understood all these questions. So if you have any other doubt in any question, send me your doubt over this WhatsApp number or on this mail ID. Thank you for watching this.